Audience interaction, guys. Let me just tell you what's going to happen here. 3 people, just go on that stage. Just get up, get, sit down on that stool. Sit, go. If you're in a play, and you're like, this is where I could have an example. I'll give you there's 2 things. I don't really have a thing. But if you're in a play, and you come over here, you're like, I'll just go by the stools. And you go, that's not audience interaction. Like, yes, you're touching them, and he has to deal with it. There's no actual interaction there. I'm going to give you this. This is something that will be debated at high cost. But if you listen to what I'm telling you, it'll be better. If you have an aside, okay, I believe it is better to take the aside across the space rather than to someone. For example, if you have the line like, the potion works by now. I know. Out of all the Shakespeare I know. Miracle out of me. So, if you say, here's what happens a lot of times when you get excited. The potion works by now. And everyone's like, what did he say? And he laughs because he's like, oh, the potion works by now. Because he's got it. You're like, potion works, yeah. And so and then you're like, and they're like, what's that? All right, but even if you're here, and you take it out to him, the potion works by now. Wait, asides, okay. Now, and if people argue, there are no asides. If people, I don't care about the debate. I'm saying if you decide to do an aside, it's better to see a transaction and have everyone watch than to have a transaction happen and have you guys not know. You have this whole space. I would be willing to bet. Oh yes, it is my mistress. That's Pisani who says that from here. I was blocked here and I had to say, it is my mistress. But what you can't, so I always took it to that lady up there. It is my mistress. She was like, yeah. And it was kind of funny because they would be like, who the hell is he talking about? But I'm saying that is a transaction that everyone in this house can see. It's not as good as if you take it there, everyone can see this transaction. But across the space, many times it's going to be better than bailing you out here. It can happen. You just got to be careful not to lose it. And usually when you're in the Masonic, you're clearer. And when you get in here, it's less clear. And it kind of goes fast and it disappears on you. So make sure that when you do take an aside to someone, the other thing is with thoughts. Like if you do look someone in the eye, you've got to finish your thought with that person. Then move on to the next person. Then move on to the next person. Like you can't just move on to the next person where they feel like they were robbed. And it doesn't look like you know what you're doing. Just information for you. When you do make eye contact, make sure you keep eye contact to the end of the thought. It's going to be different for you. It's going to be hard because you'll be like, oh, my lines, I don't know where they went. That'll happen to the actors, let alone the directors or the teachers. Or actually, teachers are really good at it. Teachers are awesome because on the credit end, you'll be like, what do you mean? I was like, I was getting in trouble. Happened all the time. So, I'm going to move things along. Audience interaction. Don't cheat yourself. Don't lie to yourself and act like this is it. That's not. Just because you touch someone doesn't mean you interact with them. Ask something from someone. Get something from someone. Make them read something off your paper. What do I have here? I don't know. It helps you. You know what I mean? Like if you're playing with speed or launch, and he says, what is it? Infamous, chicken milk. If you're making someone read something, now you're talking to someone. If the porter is asking for someone's wine without words, you're still like, if I have a cup and I want something in his cup. That's audience interaction. I pour something in there for you. Yeah, but now that you're free. But you see what I'm saying? Don't make sure your bits are your bits. If you're playing Duke of York and you've got to stand people up, this is, I can't even remember all the people. Edward the Black Prince, Edward the Black Prince, and then this is John of Gaunt, and this is the next guy. If you use people and you refer back to them, Clarence, and Clarence was John of Gaunt, second husband, the thing that you do. Like that is using your audience as a visual display. If you're just touching them and saying, very good. So look for it, and what I mean by look for it is try things out in your rehearsals. Watch the Blackfriar show. See what you think is good interactions. See what you think is bad interactions. You guys get to have an opinion about everything because you're scholars. I'll bring up this next thing too. A very smart man told me this one time. We were outside of Shakespeare's house in London, and he said, as an academic, you have to be skeptical. But as an artist, you have to get goosebumps. You have to be inspired. So embrace what you want to embrace. And be skeptical about everything else you want to be. So, and I got the goosebumps right then. I've got the goosebumps more times in my life since that moment. It's like someone needed to give me permission to be right. Like, it's all right to feel what you feel. What I'm saying to you is, in the classroom, academically, you will have to have knowledge. When you are out of your comfort zone, whether you're an actor, teacher, or director, and you're in an acting class, someone asks you to try something, do not use your brain to say why you shouldn't. Do it. Try it. No matter how. Just try it. I know, you look at me, I thought you were like, no, I'm not. Yes, I'm telling you true. Sometimes it's not the reason to ask why till after you have something to talk about. Like if someone says, try this, try that, get low, get high, whatever it is, that is, get high, don't get high. Don't be a dissenter. Dissension is a virus. Like if someone says, no, that's not good, someone else will be like, yeah, that's not good, that's not good. You have to think about solutions. Try things. Don't dissent. Offer solutions, not questions. If you have a question, ask a question. But if you're like, that's not going to work, that doesn't help anyone. Say, that's not going to work, why don't we try this? Solutions, you're problem solvers, you have to be. Otherwise, you're just killing yourselves. Oh, backstage noise, guys. I'm going to tell you one thing about backstage noise. The audience will never hear it. You know who does? The people waiting for their cues. Back here, when you're waiting, you're just waiting for Hamlet to say, whatever it is he has to say, he says everything. You're waiting for your cue. Right, he's really quiet, this is really tense, I'm waiting. And then you hear, oh, I sucked out there. What? Shut up. You got to be part of the team. You got to understand that. By the way, here's another great thing about ego. I don't want to say what I have to say. I'm going to say it anyway. Not right this second. But if you're waiting and someone's talking, you feel disrespected. Like they don't care about what you are doing. They feel like they're the most important person in this play. I got news for you. None of you are the most important people in a play. All of you are. The 12 of you are, or the 5 of you are. The Tempest got 6 people, yeah? Tempest people already left. Those 6 people are equally important. I can't say it enough. You can play Hamlet, but if you got no one to make you look good, all right, sorry, I'm preaching, I know. Also, if you have someone's cue that you say, it's okay to punch that a little louder. For when fools see, just, like here you talk all day, for when fools see, it was my cue, Kearns. I learned that from watching Ben Kearns. Like he would just punch the cues a little more. And I never missed it. I was like, yeah. That's my cue. Like, let's do it. When we were getting close. Cues, and that's another thing that your castmates will love. It's important to talk backstage sometimes. Just go where they can't hear you. Like, you're going to want to go through things. It's so important that people, this is a popularity contest. This is what I don't want to say. This is a popularity contest, start to finish. If you're the best actor in the world, you're a bastard, we don't care. No one wants to have a bad process in a great play. No one. You ask anyone. If they say, we had a great process and just a good play, they'll take that over a great play and a bad process every day. Because if you chose to do this, no matter what you are, teacher, actor, I'm not talking actors now, but like if you don't want to go to work every day and you're an actor, it's a problem. It's a problem. Don't make anyone else's life hell. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and if you are good to work with, people will want to be in your M.Litt project. If you're great to work with, you get a lot of jobs. Because the chances are there's lots of actors who can do what you do, but not all of them will be as generous as you. Not all of them will be as nice as you. Not all of them will be as you want to be around. It's the thing about dissension. No, I don't think this is good. I don't think this is great. I learned that by doing it. Like, this play sucks. Also, never say, oh no, come and see our play next week when it's better than this week. That's just a personal